Stories have been a meaningful form of communication throughout human history. Do you remember a time when a family member told you a story without reading it from a book? Oral stories are a part of every culture, and they allow us to pass traditions and values from one generation to the next. Visual stories have also been told in a variety of ways for thousands of years. Researchers have found rocks that were decorated by humans more than 100,000 years ago. Although the rocks had only simple linear patterns, the patterns had meaning, and it's meaning that creates a story. People began painting on cave walls around 40,000 years ago. As time went on, painted images appeared on everything from pottery to canvas. Painting is a fairly permanent way to represent information. Because painted walls and objects have lasted for thousands of years, they give us a window into the past. Through this window, we can see the stories of ancient Egyptians on the walls of their tombs. We can also see scenes from Renaissance Europe, showing the lives of people from kings to commoners. These paintings allow us to be witnesses to history. In the early 19th century, French artist Louis-Jacques Daguerre introduced a device that provided another way to tell visual stories, the daguerreotype. This early camera was first used to take portraits. Photography with other subjects eventually became popular, but it took a while. At first, people were afraid of a camera's ability to capture real life. Today, photographers like Amy Vitale use photos to portray how people live. Amy presents her photos in ways that create certain responses from her audience, such as anger or shock. Photography creates change, she says. Amy hopes that by telling her subjects' stories visually, she'll get people to realize that we're more alike than we are different. This will create a greater understanding among people around the world.
Many very early photographs have lasted over time. They were created to capture moments and make them permanent. These early photos were mostly of families or individuals. The people in them looked directly at the camera. Their expressions were serious, to show how important the event was. As photography became more common, photographers began to tell visual stories through single photos or through a series of photos. They experimented with certain subject matter that could create emotions and understanding among their audience.
Portraits are drawings, paintings, or photographs that represent people. Artists have been creating portraits for as long as they've been creating art. In ancient cultures, portraits were created when people died. In these cultures, portraits were also displayed in public places. Later on, portraits were made for royal families. Individuals or families were asked to sit for the portraits so that the artist could capture them on canvas. Money was paid to the artist, who spent a lot of time working on a portrait. In fact, it is believed that the Mona Lisa, the famous portrait by Leonardo da Vinci, took around 4 years to complete. Of course, the subject wasn't required to sit for that long. Da Vinci just took great care to capture all of the details. Once photography was invented, cameras were used to take portraits. More and more people were able to have their portraits taken. Over time, having a portrait taken was no longer a sign of wealth or luxury. It could be done quickly and cheaply. The next time a photographer takes your portrait, just be happy that it doesn't take 4 years.
As you have seen, portraits are usually realistic. They resemble their subjects. However, some artists have tried different, more abstract styles. In these portraits, the painting doesn't closely resemble the subject. These are very different from Da Vinci's masterpiece, the Mona Lisa. Portraits are only one type of painting, however. Artists also create landscape paintings, which are usually realistic images of nature, such as mountains, rivers, or fields. Artists also create still life paintings, in which they paint an object, such as a bowl of fruit. Many modern artists have also created abstract paintings that simply show colours on the canvas, without a clear subject.
Bringing stories to life. How animation has changed over the years. Do you love playing video games with really cool graphics? Or watching action films with amazing special effects? Thanks to advances in digital technology, modern animation can create detailed, lifelike images that move around the screen at incredible speeds. We experience animation in so many different forms, from the cartoons on our TVs to the emojis on our smartphones. But animation is nothing new. In fact, people have been trying to bring images to life for hundreds of years. The earliest animation began in the 17th century with a device called the magic lantern. In the 19th century, other devices were developed that created movement when viewers spun them. By the turn of the 20th century, artists around the world were developing short animated films using hand-drawn animation. Illustrators would create thousands of drawings for a single cartoon. Throughout the 20th century, animators continued to develop different methods, from drawings to using clay figures. By the 1980s, digital animation was being developed. It quickly replaced traditional methods because it allowed cartoons to be produced in less time and with less money. Today, advanced digital animation methods aren't just used in cartoons and video games, but also to create special effects in live-action films. Animation has become so sophisticated that sometimes we can't distinguish it from reality.
Making a manga is a process that takes a lot of time. First, you have to plan. Choose a story to tell and develop it. Think about the type of story, the events, and the message you want to share with your readers. Next, design the characters. It's best to give them each a unique style. Once you have a plan for the story and the characters, create a storyboard. Draw the panels, then fill in the characters, speech bubbles, and background. It's important to do this in pencil. Don't worry, the storyboard doesn't have to be perfect. It's a rough draft that will be revised during the process. Once you have got a good storyboard, it's time to start inking or drawing in pen and felt tip over the pencil lines. Finally, you can scan the drawing into the computer. You'll need special computer software to edit your work. When you're happy with your manga, print it and share it with your friends. So, what do you think? Are you ready to design a manga?